Chapter 48. When you saves her brother-in-law. Many thanks for the instruction. My sword Dao has not yet reached great success, and your blade Dao can still continue in the coming days. On the day when you and I reach great success in our blade Dao and sword Dao, Cripple will come back to ask for advice. Cripple solemnly said. Good. Gu Hai nodded. Boom. Off to the side, a large fire rushed into the sky, forcing its way towards the trio. As they approached, Gu Hai realized that there seemed to be a green-colored sword chair blocking the flames. The green-colored sword chair seemed to be in the shape of a green-colored lotus petal. Once the sword lotus was out, it was difficult for all fires to invade. Cripple twisted his head to look at the blaze. Drought Demon's fire. Is she coming out? It's been 3,000 years. Cripple raised an eyebrow. She, who? Gu Hai queried. Let's go, Gu Hai. It's not a good place to stay, Mr. Dongfang. Hey, he's asking for his own death, startling her. You're better off. Just break open that main palace. Those people are in for a treat. Let's go. Cripple said with a hint of light laughter. As he spoke, the green lotus sword chair shot out in all directions, instantly forcing the fire away and forming a passageway. Walking outside the previous blood water area, Gu Hai twisted his head to look at the altar that was broken open by the Heiyan, which was getting shattered by the impact of the great fire. More and more great fires surged out. They were all dryad flames. The three quickly walked out. Your Majesty, are you all right? Not far away. Giant Foal eagerly rushed in. Outside, the blood mist filled the air, and one could only hear the shouting and killing voices of the four directions. And hazily, one seemed to be able to see a figure, but none of them were very clear. Gu Hai, what I said earlier. Thanks for the advice. These sword talismans are for you. They were forged by me in my previous life. They can facilitate your departure from Dragon Pulse City. Cripple solemnly said. Oh. Gu Hai took it, but it was sword-shaped jade talismans. Qing Feng and I will leave first. That woman is going to come out, hehe, with my current strength. I can't help her. Farewell, Cripple solemnly said. Then, Cripple took Qing Feng and stepped into the sky. Soon, they were close to where the Dragon Pulse City's great formation boundary was. However, the two were seen, each taking out a sword talisman, gently crushing it. Buzz. The sword talisman steeply transformed into a sharp sword-shaped green light that wrapped around the duo. Boom. The sword-shaped green light steeply tore through the large formation and shot out at once. Buzz. The grand formation instantly recovered, but Cripple and Qing Feng had already arrived outside the grand formation. Sword talisman. Going out with this. Gu Hai's eyes lit up. Your Majesty, the four directions are very chaotic, but no one can get out, including that Zhao Great King. Forget it, I can't even save them now that I'm on my own. To sword talismans. One for you and one for me. Let's go. Go out first. They are still waiting for us outside. Gu Hai said in a deep voice. Yes. Receiving Gu Hai's sword talisman, the two of them stepped into the sky and flew high into the air, flying up to the edge of the grand formation. Buzz. Giant Foal crushed the sword talisman, steeply forming a sword-shaped green light that instantly enveloped his entire body. Who are you? The sword-shaped green light carried Giant Foot out of the great formation. The large formation quickly recovered. Sword-shaped green light. It can only wrap around one person. Pity. Gu Hai sighed slightly. Boom. Steeply. An earth-shattering roar once again came from below. However, it was the area of blood water below that exploded with a loud bang, and the fire shot up into the sky and exploded in all directions, as if a volcano had exploded, instantly incinerating the four sides within the grand formation. Not good. That altar is completely destroyed. The Drought Demon's fire has completely exploded out. Gu Hai's face sank. Steeply, A trace of drought demon flame dipped onto Gu Hai's arm. Buzz. The fire instantly burned Gu Hai's skin. Fire God. Gu Hai's face sank. He immediately mobilized the power of the Fire God Palace to absorb this drought demon flame. Buzz. The Yuanying embryo of the Fire God Palace rotated rapidly, absorbing it little by little, but this drought demon fire was too raw. It was very tough to absorb. There was only a small trace of the drought demon flame, which was finally absorbed after a while, but Gu Hai's arm was burnt red. Hiss. What a powerful dryad demon flame. Only this small thread. One's arm was burnt red. If a large cupped flame burns, even one's own Fire God Yuanying can't withstand it. Below, it was as if the crater was erupting. Gu Hai didn't dare to stay, and was about to crush the sword talisman to leave. Gu Hai. In the distance, an earth-shattering roar came steeply. But it was Mr. Dongfang, who saw the longevity formation he had set up explode, and his entire being became furious. How could this be possible? One's own blood-water grand formation. No one could enter it. Touching it was going to be ablated. Inside, everyone was trapped. Only Hei Yan was there killing people, sealing that altar for himself. Now, the blood-water formation exploded. It's over. The seal opened. It's over. Crap. I just want to get the treasures inside. I didn't want to destroy the seal. No, Mr. Dongfang said in shock. But how could that big formation burst open? How could it? The firelight shot up to the sky, illuminating that one direction. Steeply, he saw the ancient sea high in the sky. The moment he saw Gu Hai, Mr. Dongfang's face changed, and he suddenly remembered. The last time he encountered Gu Hai, his own longevity formation, Gu Hai also went unhindered. Blood-water formation. Was Gu Hai also unhindered? Everything was done by ancient sea. The altar seal was also destroyed by Gu Hai. Thinking of this, Mr. Dongfang had a steep jolt. This, the main body would have to know. How would he explain himself? Ancient sea. Mr. Dongfang hissed in grief. Gu Hai was unsure and ignored Mr. Dongfang's anger, but still twisted his head to look in the distance. A vast blood dragon with scales covered in terrifying human heads. On top of the dragon's back stood the hideous Mr. Dongfang, and at the head of the dragon there was a woman, forced by a single human head to go nowhere, amidst terrified cries. When Gu Hai's face abruptly changed. Didn't she go out? Didn't she go out? How was she caught by Mr. Dongfang? Sister, brother-in-law. In the distance, Long Wenyu was in the middle of crying in terror. Seeing that the giant foothills in the distance had gone out and seeing that Gu Hai was about to go out as well, Long Wenyu's eyes were filled with panic and regret. Why didn't she listen to her brother-in-law's words? But earlier, Long Wenyu was squeezed out of the city by Gu Hai with the code word happy. When she arrived outside the city, she was annoyed. No, I want to go in. I want to go in. Inside is a great evil. So dangerous, Long Wenyu anxiously said. Can't go, County Princess. What did Mr. Gu say? You forgot. Listen to him. Sima Feng immediately said anxiously. The East City Gate can't see inside. Go to the South City Gate. I want to see from there. Long Wenyu anxiously said. For this request, Sima Feng did not refuse. Driving the flying boat, he brought Long Wenyu quickly to the South City Gate. From afar, it seemed that the ancient sea was seen sealed into an iceberg. Not good. Brother-in-law is in danger. Long Wenyu was about to pick. Don't, County Princess, don't go. Listen to Mr. Gu. He won't be wrong. Sima Feng anxiously stopped Long Wenyu. Yes, inside is a great evil. Don't add to the chaos. The demon ghost spirit in his body also advised. But my brother-in-law is in danger. 100,000 of them are going to deal with my brother-in-law. Long Wenyu anxiously said. What's wrong with them? Pregnant? Sima Feng exclaimed. Long Wenyu's feet also gave a steep start and looked at the 100,000 people in shock. All of them collapsed. Everyone outside the city rubbed their eyes with a look of living hell. Pregnant? Men getting pregnant. Mr. Gu is fine. Mr. Gu has come out, Sima Feng said in surprise. Sure enough, Gu Hai and Fairy Wenner came out of the iceberg. Sima Feng and the others suddenly let out a dark breath. Gu Hai let go of the two fat and thin people and squeezed away Fairy Wenner and started dealing with the crowd inside. Sima Feng was pleasantly surprised, but Long Wenyu was anxious. This great evil is getting stronger and stronger. Brother-in-law, why aren't you coming out yet? Come out quickly, Long Wenyu said in alarm. Ah. Sima Feng looked at Long Wenyu in confusion. Demon ghost spirit, you say? Will my brother-in-law be alright? Will he? Long Wenyu called out with panic. I don't know, however, this level of great evil. Basically there is no possibility of survival. Even more so than last time, however. You don't need to worry, you're out of the city. You've already avoided the evil. Just leave this place immediately, Demon Ghost Spirit advised. Bullshit. My brother-in-law is still inside. My brother-in-law is still inside. I want to notify my brother-in-law. Brother-in-law, you quickly out. Long Wenyu was eager beyond measure. It's over. The people inside are going to die out. Fatty, run. Long Sheng eagerly ran towards the city gates. Fat you sister. It's not because of you, Chong Sheng. If you call me fat again, I'll flatten you. Ziwei roared at once. Don't say it, don't say it. Quickly go. If we don't go out, we will die inside too, Chong Sheng eagerly said. Die inside. Brother-in-law is going to die inside. Brother-in-law, Long Wenyu eagerly jumped towards where the gate was. Little girl, you can't be right. You're going to die. Don't. I'll kneel for you, okay? Don't go. You're looking for death. The demon ghost spirit shrieked. Kneel your grandma. If you don't help me, I'll go myself. Long Wenyu instantly cursed. Don't. It's not that I won't help. I can't help. This level of great evil. It's simply finished. I. Look at this broken mouth of mine. Little girl. It's fine. Gu Hai will definitely be fine. Don't be anxious. He'll definitely survive. The demon ghost spirit advised. Bah. Lie to the ghost. Long Wenyu naturally refused to believe the demon ghost spirit. Sima Feng, get out of the way. I'm going in, Long Wenyu anxiously said. County Princess, no, you can't go in. Have you forgotten what you promised Mr. Gu? Sima Feng exclaimed. Long Wenyu bit her lips, the anxiety in her eyes remained the same. I didn't forget, but I can't just watch my brother-in-law go to his death. He's the only relative I have left. But you can't help him even if you go, and Mr. Gu might not want your help, Sima Feng anxiously advised. It doesn't matter if you want me to help or not, as long as my brother-in-law is fine. I'm going. I can tend to good luck and avoid bad luck. Maybe I can help him. As long as he is fine, Long Wenyu eagerly said. Ah, finally out. Ziwei Dun kept gasping for air. Sima Feng and the others twisted their heads and glanced at the two curiously. Just then, Long Wenyu steeply struck Sima Feng with a palm. Boom! Sima Feng was staggered. Swoosh! Long Wenyu instantly jumped into the city. What? County mistress! Sima Feng exclaimed. And in that split second, boom! The four sides of the city gates closed with a bang. Apart from Long Wenyu who jumped in, all the others were blocked outside the city gates.